Welcome back, JAGs. I'm Danny Butler, and on today's show, we'll show you what you missed at the Safe Driving event and take you to a current exhibit at the San Antonio McNay. This is JAG TV. Driving in the campus community continues to offer its own challenges to students and parents alike, and that's where the Safe Driving comes in.
Lights that let drivers on Bulverde know to reduce speed are now in place, and that's thanks to the Safe Driving Club. The Safe Driving Club works to teach new and old drivers the risks behind the wheel in a number of ways that even extend off campus.
So over the years they've accomplished a lot of things. They've got the message out about safe driving in our community, not just at Johnson but also at our feeder schools and at our elementary schools. They were an integral part of getting the flashing lights put up on Bulverde Road. They also work with our Shattered Dreams program, and they also work with different events on campus.
Students can be a part of this club to spread the message of safe driving to keep themselves and others safe. Last week, the group hosted a safe driving event on campus.
I like how it just informs people and the community, not just our school, but also the community about being safe and how being safe on the roads is important.
Off-campus events take place so students can get a better understanding on how decisions are made for safer driving.
So there's lots of different opportunities. We have some kids that just help out with events on our campus. We had a group of about 25 to 30 kids that went to the Capitol last week with different political people that can make some decisions. They oftentimes go to City Hall as well and have worked with Councilman Courage in the past.
Administrators still want parents to know that they must pick up their students in the designated area. Over time, they hope routine will take effect and traffic issues will lessen. For JAG TV, this is Annika Vasquez.
If you would like to be part of the Safe Driving Club, you could attend one of their monthly meetings or contact Assistant Principal Steve Burke. This year's theater fall play, Big Love, is all about female empowerment.
Theater will be kicking off their season tonight with the staging of their first play of the season, Big Love.
Big Love is about female empowerment and learning to have individuality and relying on yourself. In the show, there's 50 brides, 50 women, and 50 men. And these women are having conflicting thoughts about the arranged marriage. So the whole show is about their journey and what they decide to do about the marriages. And we had a lot of strong women, and I think the directors really wanted to portray that through the characters.
The cast has been working on this show and racing against the clock since the first week of school.
I don't know if we've ever had a show since I've been here that's been this quickly put together.
Opening tonight begins at 7, with the cast and crew ready to let all of their efforts take center stage.
Everything over here was made entirely by the students. We move everything on set. All of this was just a pile of wood before the students came, and it's people from every grade.
For JAG TV, this is Rebecca Sabin.
Tonight is the opening night at 7 p.m. You can get your tickets on the Johnson Theater website. Tickets are $15 for the lower section and $10 for the upper section. The McNay Art Museum possesses many original set pieces from The Nightmare Before Christmas. Their new exhibit, Dreamland, shows off their new collection in a unique way. Aubrey and Abigail take us there.
A black hallway and mood lighting set the scene at the McNay. What else would you expect for an exhibit that features set pieces from one of Tim Burton's most famous films? The McNay Museum acquired many original set pieces from the Nightmare Before Christmas film because of the Tobin Center's namesake, Robert L.B. Tobin.
Without anyone at the museum knowing he was doing this, he purchased these objects and just had them shipped to the museum.
Now, 30 years later, Dr. Scott Blackshire and Kim Neptune, the exhibit curators, put together Dreamland to display the set pieces in a new light.
I would describe Tim Burton's art style as Burtonesque. He really is one of the few filmmakers whose name is synonymous with a dark, moody, melancholy aesthetic, but one in which really heartfelt stories are told.
Using Tim Burton's style as inspiration, the collection was created from a combination of props and set pieces, along with connected works from the permanent collection.
I was thinking about finding connections between the details in the Tim Burton works and other artworks in the main collection. For example, Oogie Boogie greets you at the front door, and he is standing next to this big, beautiful abstract artwork by Paul Maxwell from the 70s. And when you look at the painting, there are certain forms and certain lines that are very similar to the design of Oogie Boogie.
The center gallery of the exhibit, The Hallway of Peculiar Portraits, is inspired by Tim Burton's time working with Disney.
And thinking about Disney, the Hall of Presidents and the Haunted Mansion, we thought it would be interesting to create our own Hall of Peculiar Portraits and fill it with beautiful artworks from the McNay, but that all could possibly be relatives of Jack Skellington.
The exhibit uses projections to create an immersive experience for viewers.
It's peaceful and you're still questioning your reality. Am I upside down? You know, what's going on outside? Why are the snowflakes going up instead of down?
Tickets for students are $10 at typical visiting hours, but on Thursdays, when general admission is free, visiting Dreamland is $5.
So in short, this exhibition is beautiful and insightful and engaging and quirky because of the beautiful, insightful, engaging, quirky people who helped put it together.
From the McNay Museum for JAG TV, this is Aubrey Wormke.
The Dreamland exhibit will be open through January 14th, so there is plenty of time to still visit. There's a new club on campus that is welcoming students who want to develop a very special set of skills. Elijah went to the science labs upstairs to get the details.
With a classroom full of reptiles and more, biology teacher Callie Sanchez knew she needed more help caring for her room full of critters, and that's where the idea for Jace came in.
So this all started with, of course, I started to collect snakes about 3 years ago, and I just started to get more and more and more, and so did Miss Hortensie, and we decided that we wanted to start breeding these snakes. And in that, we found out how much our students loved to interact and be around them. And so eventually we decided to form a club, not only to hang out with all these awesome animals, but to educate people how they interact.
Students who join the club can also benefit by earning service credit for their work.
We also wanted to give our students an opportunity to interact with more animals in our community by providing service hours for rescue centers and for animal shelters. If you really want to give to your community but you don't know exactly what to volunteer for, then you can come to us and we can point you in the right direction.
It's not just all snakes though. There's a wide variety of animals that students can interact with.
I would like to be called the snake lady, okay? I have all snakes. I have 17 different snakes. Most of them are ball pythons, which are these guys. Miss Hortensie also has bearded dragons. We have leopard geckos, crested geckos, fat-tailed geckos, and I have a tortoise.
All students are welcome to join, and Sanchez warns against some harmful stereotypes of reptiles.
Snakes are incredibly misunderstood, so we want to educate more people so they're not as scared of them. I've had so many students in the past that said they were scared of snakes, but once they held one, once they touched them, and it wasn't overnight, I feel like they understand them, and once you understand their behaviors, then you're less scared of them because you know what to expect.
For JAG TV, this is Elijah Cruz.
With highlights from our homecoming game against the Churchill Chargers and a preview to the showdown with Roosevelt Saturday, here is Ethan and Jordan with JAG Sports.
What's up, Jags? Welcome back to another week of JAG Sports. This week we have volleyball scores, a recap of the first ever Stone Oak showdown with Reagan in water polo, and we talked to some seniors on the gridiron about senior night this Saturday. This is JAG Sports.
First up on the court, we have volleyball, who took on Marshall last week at Littleton Gym and took home the first 2 sets. The Rams answered with a rally of their own, but the Jags did just enough to win in 5 sets. They play the Madison Mavs tomorrow night at Littleton.
Cross country raced in the annual Islander Splash Meet last weekend in Corpus Christi. The boys took home second and the girls were victorious down in Corpus. This weekend they look to defend the crown at the Hoka McNeil Meet in Round Rock.
And in the pool, the water polo team dunked the Rattlers last Friday night at the Josh Davis Natatorium. It was the Jags early, the Jags often, and they dominated the scoreboard. The girls took the W 22-4 and the guys finished off the Rattlers 25-17.
The Jags battled the Churchill Chargers at Comalander last Saturday, coming off of an early bye for the official start of district play. After Churchill threw a pick on the first play of the game, this dart to King Johnson from Ty Hawkins gave the Jags a 7-0 lead. Later in the first, Hawkins keeps this one and takes it 55 yards to extend the Jags' lead. The Jags led 20-9 at half. Early in the fourth, this 36-yard TD run from Bubba Johnson puts an exclamation point on the victory, 33-9.
Off to a 3-0 start and looking to remain undefeated, the Jags will take on the Rough Riders Saturday night at Hero Stadium. This primetime clash against Roosevelt will mean a little more because it's senior night. Seniors will be walking the field with their families, and we caught up with some of the senior stars headlining the game.
My parents have been there for me along the whole ride, you know, paying for stuff, paying for me to go to camps, and you know, excel at football. And you know, it's loving them so much for the way that they've helped me, and I just want to take a moment to appreciate that.
Man, this game, it means everything to me. We've been playing alongside our brothers for 4 years now, some of us longer. It's just this one moment that we all get to play is one under these big Friday night lights. It means everything to me.
Oh man, my parents have helped me so much along the way. Like, they're always there for me. You know, they always gave me a ride to practice, always encouraging me when I feel down. You know, they've been real like key in my part of learning and just being able to contribute to the team and play as a team, you know.
And it's gonna be sad. I mean, I've enjoyed this so much. This has been the best time of my life. And if I could do it over again, 100% I would. My parents have been so supportive of me, and I couldn't have asked for better parents.
The seniors will walk the field well before the game begins, so make sure to get to Heroes early. That's all for this week, Jags. See you next time with more Jag action.
Reminder, Jags, next Tuesday is an early release, so make sure you make the necessary arrangements to get home if needed. For more updates before our next show, be sure to follow us on Instagram at JAG Student Media or on our YouTube at JAG TV. That's all for today, Jags. From Studio A128, see you next time.
I don't think it's wrong to paint my nails or curl my hair or lie in the bath. I don't think it's wrong for a man to love me.
The male is a biological accident, an incomplete female, the product of a damaged gene, a half-dead lump of flesh trapped in a twilight zone.
We are all taken by force all the time. You do what you have to do. And if it's you, it can't be wrong.
But I love him, and he loves me, and nothing else matters, even if a lot of things do matter. There are places in this world where people are taken in out of generosity, and it's men who are doing the taking in because people have the capacity for goodness.